Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich, and today we are out on Ozello Trail for some throttle therapy. The name of the channel is Rich the Return Rider. For all of you folks that's here for the first time, thanks for tuning in. For all you folks that's return viewers, I appreciate you coming back. For all that subscribe to the channel, appreciate the support. For you folks that haven't yet subscribed, guys, hit that subscribe button so we can continue to bring you some of this content. So today we are down here between Homosassa and Crystal River. We're in Citrus County, and today we're going to be riding the Ozello Trail. Just came off of some fine dining at Crump's Landing. If you guys get a chance and you're in this area, guys, check it out. Lots of seafood places to eat here, and my favorite is actually Crump's Landing. But anyway, let's get back to this video here. This is 494 Ozello Trail off of Highway 19, or I should say State Route 19. We're looking at 9.5 miles with 67 turns. Some folks refer to this as the tail of the gator. One of the YouTubers said that he was at Harley Davidson, and they referred to it more of the tail of the get-go. So yeah, guys, this is an opportunity for me to get out and practice on some of the twisties, looking through the turns, my trail braking, not outriding my brakes. It's only but so much you can do in a parking lot. So I thought this was a great opportunity today to get out with a co-worker to do some riding. He also enjoyed this ride. This is his second time here. But yeah, I thought it was a nice entry level or beginner ride, preparing you for, you know, getting used to the turns, the twisties, and so forth. Now, let's not get it twisted, folks. This don't compare to anything that I've experienced when I was in Tennessee. I have done the Foothills Parkway. I have done the Smoky Mountains from Pigeon Forge area in Gatlinburg over to Cherokee. I've ridden the Charahella Skyway. But this time back, folks, next month, the intent is to meet up with old SS Goldwing there, Bart. For any of you folks that have seen my video, the Battle of the Goldwings, I'll be meeting up with Bart and anyone else that's willing to meet us out there as we decide to take on the tackle for the first time of the Tail of the Dragon. But yeah, folks, so I decided I would come out here and I would do a little ride here to get some practice in on just feeling the bike twist and turn and braking and so forth. But one of the things too that I was very conscious about is with those World Motop drop guards, you know, the lean restrictions of them. When you look at the reviews of those drop guards, there are a lot of folks that complain of not liking the way they fit, talking about the reduced angle of the guards and the turns. But I gotta tell you, folks, the Honda Goldwing have 40 degrees of lean angle, and that's quite a bit. We do reduce the lean angle by putting those drop guards on, but I think it's a necessary evil. Some of the CVOs and so forth that I looked up at the Harley Davidsons have 32 and 30 degrees of lean angle, so we still have a little bit here to play with. So yeah, I realized the last time I was out here, and as I'm in parking lots sometimes when I'm making tight turns and I'm leaning the motorcycle, that I do scrape those guards. But I know from doing even the Robert Simmons video, when I didn't commit to the 18-foot U-turn, that I ended up scraping the bars. I even ended up dropping the bike. The bars have done their job in that specific video. But anytime that I execute the exercises properly by committing with the turn, I never seem to be dragging the bars. So yeah, folks, I think it's mostly technique that I'm struggling with when it comes to scraping those bars. So this is just another thing that I'm getting out and I'm practicing. So one of the things here, as you're going to see in front of us here, is we encountered a little slower traffic than I was expecting here. This SUV in front of me did great for the most part, but when we got into the tighter areas, they really slowed it down almost like they were sightseeing. But you know what, folks? No complaints. I'm going to even take the ride back where I get a little bit more clearance in front of me. Now, you know, sometimes we get a little upset with the traffic in front of us, but it might be a blessing in disguise from, you know, at times. So as you can see here, guys, the speed limit for a lot of these roads, or this road specifically, I don't think I've seen nothing higher than 45 for the speed limit. For the most part, I was 5 to 10 miles over the speed limit here. So nothing, you know, we're not blazing or anything. Again, it was more about getting used to the looking through the turns and the trail braking and the downshifting and so forth. I am on the manual Honda going. So I know a lot of you folks out there that ride the twisties with the DCT use your manual mode also. So, you know, a lot of this stuff comes into play. Now, the last time I was here on the way back, after I saw what the road was like and I picked my speed up, I did end up scraping those bars going into a turn. But truly, again, like I said, I really believe it was just a bad technique. So yeah, folks, we're just gonna ride on here. Dave is behind me. I thought this was also a pretty good pace. He is probably a little less experienced of a rider than I am, but still really enjoyed it. Guys, we're looking at all the marsh here. This is just a beautiful ride. Now, I gotta admit, the road surfacing is not the best. You know, it's kind of some rough roads here, some roads that can be paved nicer. And in some of the turns that we encounter, there was quite a bit of sand in those turns. But of course, because of the slow nature that we were traveling at, it was never a threat. Never feel like we were losing traction or anything. So yeah. So yeah, guys, let's just ride along here. And this is a voiceover. I forgot to mention that. When I'm doing certain rides, guys, I prefer not to be commentating as I am riding and concentrating. So yeah, this is a voiceover. You see, we got lots of warnings there on reducing the speeds when we get to the turns, or what they were called switchbacks, if that's what we can call these. But nothing really challenging, guys. Just folks, just getting out and going with it and enjoying the hell out of the Ozello Trail. I don't know if I said it yet, but last time we were out here, we did dine at a place that they referred to as a little restaurant over here on the Gulf Coast here, Peck's Old Port Cove. We really enjoyed the food from that place. It's on the right hand side, I think almost at the end of the trail, a little bit before you cross over the causeway. But yeah, heading over to Ozello Trail, a population of approximately 600 or so, 9.5 miles, 67 turns, and just hanging there with us, folks. And we're going to get a little bit more pace on the way back once we see here what we're dealing with. I always thought of it as a good idea to probably ride these trails going one way. Like you say, right here is pretty sandy. To ride these trails going one way, and then you see what you're dealing with, and you can dictate probably a better pace on the way back. Depends on whether we are going to be obstructed by traffic in front of us or not. I probably got down to a third gear or so for the most part. I've been keeping the bike in fifth gear. The truth of the matter is, folks, for these roads here with the Honda Goldwing, with the performance of that 1800, 125 horsepower, 125 foot-pound of torque. This motorcycle, you probably don't need to do much downshifting. You can probably take most of these turns here in fourth gear. So maybe you get one shift down if you want to really control the accelerating out the turn. It's probably all you're required to do. But you know, every now and then I like to practice shifting down, so I might go down to third gear. But Honda Goldwing 1800 have plenty of power, folks. Taking this video thus far with my Insta360 1x2. The audio you're hearing is not the greatest, and of course we are not going to hear much exhaust note coming from the Honda Goldwing, but I am going to leave a little bit of that wind noise in here so you can hear. So as you can see, on the right side is the restaurant right here. We are coming to the end. We're going to cross over the causeway and make a U-turn, and we're going to get a little bit more pace coming back as we decided to kind of get a little bit more of a rhythm. So folks, you can see we're expecting a storm to be coming here shortly. You see some of these houses, the homes here are built on stilts. Making a U-turn there. That's Dave coming in the C90. And now we're gonna keep the footage rolling here as we head back. The goal again is to not scrape those pegs, those drop guards, and see if we can get a little bit more pace. Folks on the right side fishing. Folks, we're gonna get around this car here so we can keep some rhythm. Right here, last time I was here is where I actually scraped the pegs right here, but I try to be more deliberate with my input here as I'm approaching that turn. Sometime in the future I do intend to take a track day, to do a track day with some instructors teaching me the correct way to take these turns. And again, it's not because I want to be Valentino Rossi or Marc Marquez or anything like that, but you know, I would love to hear what an instructor will have to say about the way to properly execute some of these turns and twisties. Don't expect to be doing it on the Goldwing, but hoping to pick up maybe some kind of a sports bike or naked bike in the near future, and probably get out and do a couple of track days. Then after I practice on a regular bike, maybe I'll go back with the Honda Going. After all, this is what you're riding. Guys, really enjoying this ride here. Uh, Nothing extravagant, but just some nice sweeping turns. It is, gotta tell you folks, this is the best we got here. One of the best we got here in Florida. I mean, it's not the greatest. No elevations or anything like that. But hey, you know what? Gotta work with what you got. Now, what you're looking at here, folks, is it looked like the same SUV that we were behind when we were going. What is the odds of that? I seem to be carrying a little bit more pace here. So again, might have been feeling the road out on the way going. But definitely decided to pick the pace up on the way back. No worries. Like I said, the speed limit is in some of these areas here 40 or 45 miles an hour. You're going to see plenty of signs with 30 and 35 miles an hour. But getting a little impatient here, so at some point we are going to again execute a pass here so we can keep our rhythm. Hey folks, we're going to get around this SUV here now. I'm going to pretty much stop. I'm going to allow the video to run on. Probably end it with a little bit of music here. But, you're looking at my GoPro here now, 7. Forgive the view there of my Insta360. For some reason, the Insta360 stopped working. Or shut off at one point, don't know why. It had plenty of power. But anyway, folks, like I always say in my videos, man, I don't care what you ride. Get out, add some protection to your motorcycle. Get in the parking lot, practice the emergency braking, the and the swerving. Do the advanced safety classes, guys. At the end of the day, it's better you drop your bike on the concourse or on the parking lot than to crash them out there on the streets. Rich out on Ruby, the 2019 Honda Going, and I am out.